I'm Nisha Mathur and welcome to Keys to Kismat. We're here in Mumbai, India at the Durgadevi Municipal School, an amazing initiative started by the organization Vibha to support street children. Look at these children. They face unforgiving circumstances from lack of nutrition to lack of education, but they have a ray of hope in their eyes. And today we are going to meet as they talk about the hope that they have for a brighter future. Akram is 9 years old and lives with his family behind a bus stop in Mumbai. It's an open space on a small footpath. They've been living there for the last 6 years. His father is a worker at a coconut vendor shop, and his mother works as a domestic worker. They are encouraged to beg, do odd jobs for very small amounts. They don't have any access to water or a proper roof. They literally sleep on the footpath in all seasons. Akram wants to be a policeman when he grows up, so he can get a better home and a better life for himself. Harnisha, tell us when and why you decided to join the school.
So I joined the school somewhere in August 2016. I just finished a freelancing project on content development, and I was looking for a job in teaching in a school. I met Keyur and he said that he's planning to adopt this project and asked me to be a part of it. So I thought I'll just give it a shot, and from then it's always been here because I love the challenge that I have here as a teacher. Every day with each child it's a different challenge. I very clearly remember that my first challenge was I had to teach a 10th standard kid geometry in Hindi language, and I had studied in English medium school. So perpendicular, radius, words that we take very much for granted, I had to actually translate and do that.
What are some of the things that you do to help these children?
So we broadly focus on 3 areas. One is health and nutrition. So these children stay on the streets. So they have no access to bathing facilities or washing or brushing their teeth. All these concepts itself are alien concepts for them.
And they physically are on the street. It's not just a term street children. No. They are physically on the street.
Yes. Yes.
They sleep there.
They sleep there. They do not have a shelter or anything like that. Or it could be a plastic shelter during the monsoon period. So it's that. And their houses are generally surrounded by garbage, open nalas and drainage system. So there are always magnets to all the diseases and that can happen to them. So we brought a nutritionist in who advised us on their diet. So the kid who would have even at the age of 2 years Pepsi every day is now being given milk every day here. So we had to convert. They come here, they bathe here, they brush, and now we do that all with a reward system to ensure that they get into that system. Apart from that, we also focus on their mental and emotional well-being.
Which is such a critical aspect. I think mental and emotional being is probably even more important than nutrition, because it's something we tend to overlook sometimes in some programs.
Yes. So these children are actually abused emotionally and physically by their own parents. So they have actually nobody to go and tell it to also to somebody or anything like that. So 2 months back, we got a psychologist. She's also an art-based therapist. She does, in fun way, she does counseling of these kids. In 2 months, what progress we have seen is that they could not express their emotions, and all they knew was fear, anger, sadness and happiness. Now they come, they express, they show empathy, they show kindness. So in 2 months, we have seen such good change that we are sure that it will help further into that. And the last leg is definitely education, because education is the only way we can get them out of the poverty cycle. So we have 2 tuition teachers who help us bridge the gap, because a child might be 12 years old, but he might have the educational qualification only of a 6-year-old or a 5-year-old. So we have to teach him ABCD. And teaching a 12-year-old ABCD is a lot more challenging than a 3-year-old, because they are ready to learn. These kids don't want to study ABCD. So we have audio visuals, we have a projector, we have teaching aids, we have games that we use and we interact with that. And we use innovative concepts like phonetics we use with Indian language. So we teach them Indian language which they know, and then we teach them pronunciation of English through the Indian language, but they get the concept of it.
So you mentioned a 12-year-old child. So what is the age range of all the kids that are in here?
We generally have kids from 3 to 15 years old. With the guys, they generally tend to stay here, but the girls will move out by the time they are 12 because their parents want them to start going into domestic help. So that's where we face another obstacle.
So the educational program is not necessarily based on their age, but it's based on their level.
Yes.
Okay.
So we enroll them to government schools where it is as per their age, but when they are here, the time that they are with us, we ensure that the bridging happens so that by the time the kid is in 10th, he reaches the 10th standard grade, which is the Indian matrix system, so they get something.
And how do you, I mean, there's so many street children all over Mumbai.
Very
How do you find them?
So we try to focus only on the areas that are surrounding the school because we cannot reach out to every child. So we have to have some parameter. Is a part of a street children program. So she herself was a street child and now she's brought into this. So Anu goes and finds them. Earlier we had to go and convince the parents that you come and send the child. But now the children themselves want to come here. Few days back we had a girl called Nandini who goes to some other school and NGO. But now she wants to be a part of this, so she's trying to convince her parent and she got the parent here. So that's our success is what we see it as.
Absolutely.
So,
how do they come here in the mornings when they come to school? How do they get to school?
so our field worker and staff worker go to their places, we pick them up, we bring them here and then their daily routine starts here. They finish their school and then again in the evening we drop them back to their places. So it's all right from waking them up to actually ensuring it's our responsibility.
Thank you so much, Harnisha. I salute you for all the wonderful work that you're doing.
Thank you. It's the love of the children that keeps us going, so that's the helpful thing.
Thank you. More on Vibha's Street Children project after the break.
Hi, I am Prem Jyotish. I'm here to help you anytime you face the difficult question in life, career, business, relationship, health, or the dream you wanted to pursue. Science of astrology and numerology can indicate the correct path for you. Astrology and numerology is helping mankind for thousands of years. In today's complex life, it's even more relevant. Call me today for a better tomorrow.
Call Prem Jyotish today, 718-899-6161.
Why wait for summer? Savor the authentic flavors of Vadilal Kulfis, specially made for the US.
Does your child have the confidence to succeed in school or the skills to do math calculations quickly? If your answers are no, then turn them to yes with UC Mass. Using Abacus, the program develops lifelong skills in children, making them competent, confident, and successful in all areas of life. After successful presence in more than 80 countries and in the states of Michigan, Florida, and Washington, UC Mass is now open in Plano and Edison, and soon coming to South Plainfield. UC Mass, education with a difference.
We hit collections, late payments, unpaid debts, and a bankruptcy.
We called Zainu Credit Repair. Zainu helps us fix our credit. Zainu Credit Repair. 0 fees until your credit is fixed. Unable to get a loan or have questionable debt? Call Zainu Credit Repair.
अब न प्याज टमाटर काटने की झिकझिक और न अदरक लहसुन छीलने, काटने और पीसने का लफड़ा। पेश है क्विक मील ऑल पर्पस भुना मसाला। सिर्फ मिलाएं नमक, लाल मिर्च और चाहे तो अपना कोई भी मसाला। क्विक मील ऑल पर्पस भुना मसाला बनाए आपके स्वाद का खाना मिनटों में। अब जो चाहे बनाएं।
Find your life partner. Attend Matrimonial Atlanta 2019 in Atlanta, Georgia on April 19th and 20th. Brought to you by the Gujarati Cultural Association of North America. Meet hundreds of single 23 to 38-year-old guys and girls. Don't wait. Visit matrimonialatlanta.com and sign up now.
खाओ तो जानो।
Brought to you by K. Hovnanian, homes for all generations. And Vibha, a brighter future for children.
Vibha's Street Children project provides opportunities for children who live on the streets. Besides education, textbooks, food, and healthcare, the project also focuses on psychological support. Mariam, tell us how you work with the children at the school.
So basically, first thing my goal is, I divide goals. So because I'm new to this place and to the kids being a stranger, so first thing is getting them accustomed to me. That is getting more comfortable who I am, and for me to understand them better rather than doing directly the individual sessions with each of the kids, understanding their concerns, further narrowing down the main problem area. I have started taking group sessions. So first is addressing to the entire group in a group, so together, that is divided into age group, otherwise 20 kids, 30 kids at a time, and then making them do different activities.
Tell us some of the things that you do.
So being an arts-based therapist, I try to work with expression of the emotions, because emotions are the most vital part of any person, any human being. First, to get me an understanding of where and how are they going upon with the coping mechanisms. Everyone has coping ways, but with these kids we need to know how they do it. They're very good, they're really amazing when it comes to the street smartness. They have this thing of auto-tuning. Wherever they go, okay, this happened, it's okay, I have to move forward. But a lot of things are being absorbed by them, and subconsciously that's affecting the way they are, their body language, the way they talk. All of it is something that
they don't allow themselves to vent out, right?
Exactly. So their way of venting out is more over aggression. Hit someone, because for them there are only three emotions: anger, happiness, sadness. But behind anger there is so much more, anger, insecurity, jealousy, feelings of loneliness. Where and how can they vent out? How can they even talk? Because at times the parents are full day at work. At times the fathers are not there. Either one of the parents is absent, or both of them are working day and night to make ends meet and to give these kids a better life.
What has been very emotionally impacting to you through this? I'm sure there are many things, but anything in particular?
Touching point is when I see kids who are 2 years and 3 years, and the way they are working and how they are coping at this place. This is a very nice place, like a daycare center, when the nurture, taking care with the food, the education, the nurturing is given by the teachers, helping them bathe themselves, because I love the touch is very required in a positive way. So when I see them, they are more, I think they're matured before their age.
But thankfully you all do, and that's what's helping make a difference.
Yeah, thank you so
Thank
much.
you. This is Mubarak. He's only 7 years old and lives in an old abandoned warehouse with his 4 siblings. His father is a garbage collector, but also an alcoholic. His mother works as a domestic helper and is the breadwinner of the family. Mubarak's family has neither electricity or water. Ayesha, tell us about some of the work you do with these kids at the school.
As a student social worker, I've always felt that these children are missing out on their childhood. So since the past 1 year, I've been trying to focus more on activities and games and music and dance. The children here, they love dancing and singing songs and things like that. So
And I bet they relate to you so well because you're young yourself.
yes, they in fact do, and I always try to keep that innocence and immaturity within me. I do not try to act like a teacher with them. I try to play and laugh around and scream along with them so that they can relate to me.
Well, I would not call yourself immature. I would definitely say mature for all this great work that you're doing.
Thank you so much.
How would you encourage other kids who are your age to come out and support kids or give back in some
fact,
way?
yes, this is so right. In fact, as a student social worker, I always feel that this field really needs to grow. And kids of our age and young minds, we really need to understand the world, and so I always talk very highly of my profession and of my course to other children and other people of my age when I meet them, and it actually fascinates them to think about a degree called social work. So I think I'm doing my bits and pieces into contributing, because it doesn't come to me as my career. I think I feel it is my responsibility as a human to, give whatever.
I really hope that more kids your age can think like that.
Thank you so much.
And what has been the most gratifying part of this whole experience for you?
I think the first day when I stepped into field work, my major learning was I wasn't doing social work for these people. They're doing social work for me, because I teach them 5 new things that they'll probably forget in a year. But what I learned from them, things like contentment and satisfaction and loving their family and all of that, I think that is something that's going to be with me forever. So the things that I learned from them has changed me as a person, and is going to help me throughout my life, whether or not I have did my little bit in their lives.
Well, good luck to you, and please keep doing the amazing work that you're doing. Thank you, Ayesha. Prem is just 9 years old and lives inside the passenger hall of Mumbai Central Railway Station. His mother stays alone and suffers from hearing and speech problems. Hence, she earns her money by begging outside mosques and encourages her children to do the same. Despite lack of parental support, Prem has been attending the shelter for 3 years. Shabana is 8 years old and lives in a 10-foot by 10-foot home. Her father has passed away, and she stays with her mother and her younger sister. Her elder brother lives in their village with relatives. Her mother is a domestic worker. Dishi, tell us why you decided to get involved with Vibha.
I wanted to be involved with Vibha because I saw the children on the streets, and they just didn't have a home, and they didn't have food or anything, and they hadn't taken showers. I felt like they didn't have as much as I did, and I didn't deserve they deserve what they have, and I do too.
What makes you feel so good about what you do when you come here? You play games with them, you interact with them. How do you feel after you do that?
It makes me feel happy because they're having fun and they feel like they're just as good as everyone else.
Do you have any message for other kids your age on how they can give back?
I feel like everyone else, people should help other people, students should help other students and kids, because they should feel good about themselves.
Well, thank you, Dishi. Thanks for all the great work that you're doing, and I hope you continue, and I hope you inspire other kids your age to give back too, because I know when you came in, all these kids had a big smile on their face. They were so happy to see you, so you're obviously doing something awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you. More on Vibha's Street Children project after the break.
My name is Salil Mehta. I'm the chef owner at the Chinese Club. Our restaurant serves Chinese food made with Indian spices, and it's to highlight the Chinese influence behind Indian cuisine. Bistro Credit helped us when other people did not. It was the most seamless and easiest process I've ever been through. They help you eliminate the financial limitations. This might be your best opportunity to get your funding and move forward in life.
आपका फेवरेट रॉयल अब ले आया है कुछ खास रॉयल 100% शरबती आटा for all day soft rotis खास आपके लिए.
I'm Danny Gaikwad. I lived in Ocala for the last 32 years, Ocala, Florida, and I'm a serial entrepreneur. Pallavi Chilauda helps me from the site selection, then the project. So the project can be apartments, it can be hotel. I have used a lot in my hotels, and also for the housing. So she does almost like a turnkey for me, from buying a land up to the finishing of the project. I will definitely use Pallavi Chilauda services all the time for all my projects.
आप ऐसे दिखते हो जब यूनिवर्सल रीलोकेशंस हो आपका मूविंग पार्टनर। यूनिवर्सल रीलोकेशंस का अनकॉम्प्लिकेटेड प्रोसेस, अनमैच्ड रेट्स और अनबिलीवेबल सर्विस आपकी मूविंग एक्सपीरियंस को रखे बिल्कुल आसान और स्ट्रेस फ्री। यूनिवर्सल रीलोकेशन, आपके भरोसेमंद रीलोकेशन पार्टनर।
हैप्पी बर्थडे माँ।
इतनी जल्दी, इतना बड़ा सरप्राइज?
रेमिटली है ना, Now with Remitly, I can send up to $30,000 in one transaction, and I get one great exchange rate for any amount. Remitly. खुशियों की जिम्मेदारी हमारी.
So many Indian couples are now parents thanks to egg donation, but there's still more that need your help. Earn up to $8,000 by donating your eggs and helping a couple in need.
Earning $8,000 was definitely important to me. It helped pay for my studies. And it makes me feel good to have helped another Indian family that wanted to have a child.
I did it for $8,000, but it was so much more than that. It really helped make a difference to a family in need.
Call today for a free consultation.
टेस्टी हेल्दी जल्दी अब करूं क्या कोई जादू कोई तो बताओ अब मैं क्या करूं
करो कबाब लाओ और सबको खिलाओ
कर्नल कबाब मौज से खाओ
Who says being cheap is a good thing? We do. Cheapaware.com. There's nothing wrong with being cheap, with having fun, with saving money. So go ahead. Be smart. Be cool. Be cheap. Just download, click, or call and save on the best flights, hotels, cars, and more.
Cheapaware.com.
Go ahead. Be cheap.
बबीता सेविंग्स है मेरी जो मैं तुम्हें देना चाहती हूँ खरीदना क्या चाहती हो तुम ये है इसका क्या मोल भाव करना मुझे तो एक काले मोती खुशी नहीं दे पाए शायद तुम्हें दे सके
पुराने बंधन तोड़ पटियाला बेब्स चली नए सफर की ओर सिर्फ सोनी पर
This February, watch Comedy Unlimited.
चलो अब तो मामला क्लियर हो गया मैं भी शादीशुदा आप भी शादी मिलके फ्लर्ट करते हैं
High emotion drama, devotion, history of ancient India, superb dance moves. All this February on Sony.
Brought to you by K. Hovnanian, homes for all generations. And Vibha, a brighter future for children.
Now we meet Tanisha, who will not let her circumstances stop her from going to school. Tanisha is just 7 years old and lives outside a Bata showroom in Mumbai. Tanisha's family keeps on migrating from place to place in Mumbai as they're often harassed by local thugs. Despite this, Tanisha's mother has tried her best to enroll her to school for however short duration it may be. Okay, tell us how Vibha was started and why it was started.
Sure. So we started in 1991 and our goal was to make sure that these kids here get their right, which is actually their birthright to education. And as you may know, things are not how they should be in India. And so we took ourselves to empower any individual or organizations who wanted to make a difference in the lives of these kids. Basically, we are a 100% volunteer-driven organization in US, and because of which we are able to send about 85 cents to $1 directly for these projects, keeping our costs low. And the good part is all the volunteers are professionals from different walks of life. Like, we have scientists, engineers, accountants, and so on. So, we bring in a very unique problem-solving ability.
And these are people from our community who just want to make a difference.
Absolutely. Absolutely. They just all came to US at some point, like me, we were all able to make it to US. And then now we realize that, these kids cannot even get the basic necessity of education. So we just all came together and, trying to make an impact. And that's all Vibha is about. My final note, I would just quote my favorite quote. And that is like, the future depends on what you do today. It's a quote by Mahatma Gandhi. And all I can say is we all can come together. We are all volunteers and, all the viewers can join us in the journey in whatever way they can and make a difference. And every small thing matters. Thank you, Nisha. Thank you for this opportunity.
Oh, thank you, Kayur. It was a pleasure to see these children today, and you are absolutely making a difference. Like, it's written on their faces.
Thank you.
Nothing else. Thanks, Kayur.
शहर के वो उस मोड़ तक, इस छोर से उस छोर तक, शहर के वो उस मोड़ तक, लिख नई गजल नई दुआ की तरह, लिख नई गजल नई दुआ की तरह, देखता है कोई तुझे भी खुदा की तरह, खुदा की तरह, ओ देखता है कोई तुझे भी खुदा की तरह, खुदा की तरह। हवा कहीं एक कमजोर है, जाने चले वो किस ओर है, हवा कहीं एक कमजोर है, जाने चले वो किस ओर है, मिले अगर वो सहमी सी हया की तरह, मिले अगर वो सहमी सी हया की तरह, साथ हो चल तू भी उसके रहनुमा की तरह, रहनुमा की तरह, साथ हो चल तू भी उसके रहनुमा की तरह, रहनुमा की तरह।
Street children face many problems. They starve, they lack shelter, but thanks to organizations like Vibha, these kids have hope. I have been so moved by their stories today, their innocence, and their desire to change the path of their future. I'm Nisha Mathur signing off from Mumbai, India, and reminding you that it's time to grab your keys to Kismat and seize your destiny.